Focus and attention are skills. Master your attention to create results. Now, what do I actually mean by this? I mean that focus and attention, just like any other skill, need to be actively worked on, whether it's weightlifting or whether it's carpentry, being an electrician, juggling, mastering the guitar. All of these skills, you need to put in a certain amount of attention, energy, and time into them in order to master them, in order to develop proficiency in them. It's the same thing with attention and focus. And attention and focus is not just your ability to stay focused on the task that you're doing. This is about seeing your attention, your awareness, your focus as a very, very valuable resource, and having the self-awareness to really notice where you're even placing that in the first place. So when you are going throughout your day, this is about noticing where your attention is. Is it in some kind of negative thought? Is it in the TV? Is it in some kind of distraction? Is it in some kind of toxic relationship? Is it in something that isn't meaningful to you? Is it in any kind of distraction whatsoever from what is healthy, authentic, meaningful to you? Your energy follows your attention. This means that when you give your attention to something, your energy is naturally following that. And what I mean by energy is your mental, emotional, and physical resources, yourself, really, the actual energy that you're feeling in your body right now, the sense of even being alive. That force is following your attention. So if you give it to something that is not healthy, that is most likely going to drain you. If you give it to excessive social media and junk food, you will feel drained after, because a lot of this is not healthy for you. Whereas if you give it to exercise, meditation, reading, and positive, healthy relationships, this is going to energize you and give you more creativity, more intelligence, basically an overall healthier body, healthier mind, more curiosity, more love for life. So you need to be very selective with what you give your attention. This brings us to the second point, which is be selective with your attention. This means that you need to actually, throughout the day, watch what you are giving your attention to. You can't just let your attention go to anything. Like I said, we are thinking of our attention here as a very valuable resource, not because we just believe that it is, but because it is. But because where your attention goes, this is creating your life. If you every day pour an hour of attention into weightlifting, you are going to have muscles. If you pour it into reading for an hour a day, you're going to read a lot of books. If you pour it into meditation, you're going to have a very clear, self-aware mind and a loose, open heart and body, really. You're going to be significantly more aware of yourself. If you pour it into a job you hate, then you're going to see more of the job you hate. If you pour it into a toxic relationship, you're going to be stuck in that toxic relationship, because this is what you're giving your attention to. Therefore, this is what you're creating. These are the results that you're getting stuck with. If you want new results, you need to pour your attention into something different. So let's say you aren't getting the result you want in your relationship. You need to pour it into something different. I don't mean get a different relationship. I mean, pour it into a book that's going to teach you your problems. Maybe you should leave the relationship, maybe you shouldn't. That's up to you to decide. I don't know who I'm talking to right now. But when you don't get a result that you want, you need to shift your attention to something new, something out of the routine, something out of the ordinary, so that you can get a new result. And when you find what brings results, you need to keep your attention on that thing. You can't let it wander and go crazy and be distracted by various unhealthy things. So you want to, brings us to the third point, give your attention to healthy things that make you feel energized. When you give your attention to something healthy, you actually feel energized. Scroll on Instagram for the next 3 hours and tell me how energized you feel, versus, let's say, going for a run, doing meditation, talking to someone who is very wise, very intelligent, and very emotionally open, reading a book, working on a life purpose, or on your life purpose, or creating something new, like creating a song, or creating some kind of graphic, creating a video. So notice that certain things, when you give them your attention and engage with them, make you feel energized. And you want to maximize the things in your life that are giving you energy. So healthy relationships, healthy food, exercise routines, meditation, things like this, creative purpose. Basically, you want to maximize giving your attention to healthy things that also serve you, because this is a transaction. Attention is a form of value, especially nowadays because everything's trying to get your attention. This is how things survive, especially social media. Me right now, I'm doing it. So attention creates a sort of energetic transaction between you and the thing that you're giving your attention to. Even when you're reading a book, that book that you're giving your attention to is now becoming a part of you. You're giving it your attention and it's giving itself to you. The information is literally becoming a part of you. You are in a transaction with that book. So you need to actually be very, not only selective, but very honest as well with what you are giving your attention to, and is it actually energizing you? Because our mind can convince us that this is healthy, this is good, this is what we should be doing, because we're so stuck in the routine, we're so stuck in some habitual pattern, and we're so identified with it that we just simply ignore the truth of the situation, which is maybe this isn't healthy, maybe this isn't the best thing that I can be doing, maybe this is draining me, maybe there's just some better habit, better routine, better activity, better person that I can be giving my attention to, and the thing that I'm giving my attention to right now just isn't what is good for me. It's relative, it's very subjective. The particular person that you might be giving your attention to might not be the best for you, might be better for someone else, or overall, who knows, maybe they are very toxic and probably not good for the majority of people, but who knows? I don't know, a lot of variables. The next one is distraction needs to be avoided at all costs. This involves over-consuming social media, junk food, TV, poor choices of friends, video games, various forms of entertainment, checking your email way too much, texting way too much. Basically, distraction can be summed up to giving your attention to something that isn't healthy and energizing. I'm going to repeat that. Giving your attention to something that isn't healthy and energizing. And we are very stuck in doing the exact opposite of that. We are very stuck in giving our attention to stuff that is unhealthy and not energizing. So poor choices in food. Look at the most popular food that sells. A lot of that is junk, chips, snacks, all this stuff is crap. A lot of the most popular entertainment, a lot of that is crap as well. A lot of what you see around you is meant to hook your attention. Social media does this, the TV does this, various people will do it as well. A lot of stuff is meant to hook your attention and keep it there so that you stay giving it your energy. And you need to be very aware of what is grasping at your attention, and is this healthy? Is this energizing me? Is this actually serving me? Is this adding value to my life? Is this person even caring at all about what they're telling me right now? Do they even care about whether or not I'm healthy at the moment? Do they care about the kinds of information they're feeding me? Or are they just trying to make a buck or get something out of me? And a lot of, let's say, advertisements, perfect example, a lot of this is meant to push very impulsive buttons on you so that you make a purchase. A lot of entertainment is meant to manipulate your psyche so that it elicits, or it creates really, very specific emotional reactions. Or even social media is meant to addict you by manipulating certain aspects of the human psyche so that we feel as though we're getting approval, status, recognition from others, but really we're just scrolling on a fucking phone all day doing nothing. And really, it's very important not to hate all this stuff. It's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying we hate all this stuff or we get very pessimistic about it, but we need to be very honest about what is actually healthy for us. Is watching TV for 2 hours straight actually healthy? And there's nothing wrong with watching a little bit of TV, playing a video game, eating a little bit of junk food sometimes. This stuff is all fine in moderation, but the thing is the way that the vast majority of people are actually living is excessive junk food, excessive gaming, excessive entertainment. It's the middle of the day and they're sitting down watching TV and they don't have any deep sense of life purpose, or they're not meditating or exercising or investing their attention and their energy into something that is healthy and energizing. And we need to be very cautious of the various traps that are around us and how we can delude ourselves into thinking that, we're not in some kind of trap. What we're doing is fine and it's all for fun. It's okay, man, just do it. We're all doing it anyway. But really, we're in some kind of mass hypnosis, really, where various forms of media, entertainment, food, a lot of bullshit is grasping at our attention and just holding it there, and we need to be very careful with it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, but that's it for this one.